Only on Griton rumba om ett dåligt trumma ett troniker så det troniker från en i tucken kom ett stream trång ett går ett rum har ett Griton rumba tar drak ingen lover en i tucken kom ett stream trång.
Good morning, friends. Let me just give this a slight adjustment here. There we are. Alright. Get this tabletop into nice view. How are you on this Thursday morning? As you can see, it's a little darker than normal. It's because we seem to have a very overcast day. Very gloomy day. But there's also a day for a little bit of sad news. And if you're watching this and you're not familiar, in the past 2 days, so Tuesday and Wednesday, we lost Joey Jordison, the founding member and drummer of Slipknot, and we lost Dusty Hill, the bass player for ZZ Top. My condolences go out to their families, and if you're as much of a fan of both as I am, I have to say it is indeed a sad loss for the world of rock and roll, and the world is a much poorer place without them. In any case, you may have noticed down here at the lower right hand corner of the screen a new High Fivin' logo. I'm bringing that up for a reason, because this weekend, with High Fivin' having live streaming capability, I will be doing a live stream, and I don't know what's going to happen on that live stream. It's going to be live, so anything can occur. You can join me there. You can ask questions, bring up topics for conversation. How long will the live stream be? I'm not sure. The last one I did, I don't know if anyone tuned in, but it was an hour, probably a little bit more than that, and it's still available. You can go watch it on highfivin.com, and you can just get, me rambling mostly, but it seems to have, those who have seen it have taken quite well to it. So I figure, why not do it again, only this time with a little preparation, a little heads up, and I will probably be doing this Saturday night. And that rattling sound you're hearing is in fact Bub bringing me his ball yet again. Hello, Bub. You understand I'm doing a video, right? You understand that it's video time, but you want to play. He was actually asleep just a minute ago. Not sure what prompted this, but he's getting his exercise and he kind of needs it. He's a bit of a chunk. Anyway, let's get down to it and find out who our guide is for today, or what. Okay, so we do have the Will of Weird today. The well at the base of Yggdrasil, and the well from which the runes surfaced. So I think we're going to have some runes surfacing today. So, today, you're looking at being a force in your own life. See, I'm going to make a statement, and some of you, I'm probably going to lose some of you, but that's fine. Magic is very real. It's one of the many forces in our own universe. Now, your power is also real. You are a force in your own life, but you can't dwell on the past, because if you dwell on your past, you're going to miss your present and all the opportunity to direct your future. So, remember how we said everything was connected with the Nine Worlds card? Well, everything is still connected. Even apparently external influences may affect us. So that's a pretty interesting tone for the day. Before, things weren't decided, but now it seems the message that we were getting was whatever is coming, and this is not just for today, but in the days, weeks, and months ahead, whatever is coming is going to be completely neutral. It in itself, when that shoe drops, or when the, as I like to put it, the Matrix experiences total system failure, which it will, because the real virus is not what's making people sick. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but gotta be that kind of dude today. When the virus takes the Matrix down, and everything is finally revealed and exposed, and it's going to happen bit by bit over time, but they're going to be very big. That in itself is not going to be good or bad. It's how we intend to handle it. Today is going to be a nice little practice run, I think. How will you handle something that you have always relied upon suddenly not being there? Something you thought was so real, it's suddenly just not there. It doesn't work. That's going to be a question for our spirit animal. Who is our spirit animal anyway? So we have a horse spirit. That's kind of cool because the year of my birth was actually the year of the horse, and horses in the Chinese zodiac, they are considered the most attractive of the bunch. Don't know if I don't know if I consider myself attractive, but anyway, it does state that on the subtext of the card, it does say freedom is yours, and never truer words have been spoken. But here's the thing, do you want to keep giving it away? So, when this appears, you're gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. Anyone want to bet me that Avaz pops up today? Or Ivaz? I think it's Avaz. The horse rune, I'd be willing to bet that pops up today. I don't know why. Got a funny feeling. So it says it's time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter what the circumstances, you do have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, or a better state of being. For there's no one but you to rein in your will to make a different decision. You're capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. This is going back to the everything being connected, how your choices to seize opportunities today will, of course, affect your future, and your dwelling on the past may make you miss those opportunities. So it's not a day to dwell on the past, it's a day to seize your opportunities. And those opportunities will apparently surface as if by magic, it looks like. So for our tarot today, we have a Three of Swords. That's in the past position there. We do have a Five of Coins, and we also have a Five of Swords. Starting out starting out from a past position of heartbreak, this is where things start to get a little strange for us. We usually don't do too well with heartbreaking situations, do we? As a matter of fact, heartbreaking situations, our first inclination is to get the hell away from anything resembling that situation. I know because personally that's where I go sometimes. So it's important to get away from those kinds of things. Learn your lessons, but don't dwell on them. Because anytime you dwell on them, well, you're missing out on what's going on right here, right now. And that's extremely important. So you do need to you have taken some time to recover, obviously because it's in your past position. So what we really need now, we've got some coins and we've got some swords again. And honestly, this in your present, looks like you're struggling. You have some problems with finances or health. A little desperation or codependence. Feeling a little left out in the cold, are you? Sometimes, that whole sticking together through thick and thin, that indicates a struggle to survive and fit in. There's help available, so your present suffering is real, but it's not permanent. And that's the most important thing to remember. And then we have that 5 of Swords. Another 5. That 5 usually indicates some kind of struggle or loss. So, are you feeling a little disillusioned? Because right now I can tell you that past heartbreak is really upsetting things. Let me tell you where this story is going, and this looks more like a warning. So that past heartbreak is really leaving you kind of feeling like you're out in the cold. It was a deep betrayal too. I mean, it cut super deep. But if you continue to dwell here, you're going to feel that left out in the cold. You're not going to seize the new opportunities that are coming up, and this is where you're going to be disillusioned. You're going to be, definitely not feeling anything. You're not going to be feeling good in the very least. Let's see if we can get some news from our Starseed Oracle here. How do we deal with this? Because it seems like there will be things surfacing. We do have that freedom of movement. We have that freedom of choice. So why are we choosing to dwell on this past here? So we have the Hathors. And this is sort of like that birth as a portal. We have surrender to the sweetness, so making love to life itself. And we have jump in. So this is where we are being asked to say yes to change. Change can be a very unsettling and uncomfortable thing. You may be noticing patterns. Patterns happen. You see the pattern, oh no, I got burned last time, don't want that again. Meanwhile, someone else is going to take it, and guess what? They're going to make out like a bandit. And you're going to be watching it going, why did I not do that? But let's see what... It's kind of weird because normally these messages, they do kind of come to me, but today I'm needing a little bit of help. And I think most of even the best readers do. So, what you're being called to mother yourself and others too. to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching over you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, so we start with, here's a transition, and we need to jump into it. And then we've got this card, Surrender to the Sweetness here, which, I gotta admit, that is a beautiful looking card. It really is. So, and this is more about tasting the fruits of your labors, really enjoying them. So let your senses take over. Really drink in your life with wonder. To get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer, which you have within you when your well is full. So, if you've been all work and no play, it's a sign to take some time out. Reconnect with those in your relationships, play with your children, give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. That is going to help. So we definitely have some good advice here from the oracle cards, which is, we know you're feeling a little burnt. We know you're feeling a little used and abused here, but it's really time to this is going to be a day, if you need like one of those mental health days from work, probably a good idea to do that. If not, plan on setting aside some time this weekend for it. And finally, what secrets surface from the well? Well, we've got Ingus, we have Kanaz, and we have Uruz. That Kanaz card is pretty, in our present position, that's pretty encouraging to me. Because anytime you have that card in your present position, it's a really good look. But with Ingus in your past, this is, I've used the workout analogy before, where when you work out, if you're always working out, you're not giving muscle time to recuperate. You need that cheat day, you need that rest day, you need the day to play around in a hobby or something like that. Because if you want any kind of profound strength, it has to grow slowly. It's like investments. You put some money in, you keep putting money in, you're thinking your investment's paying off, really you're just kind of putting money in. Now once the value goes up, you know, it's going to go up. If it shoots up rapidly, it's going to come back down. Of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm just saying, never invest in the top. All you got to do is look at WWE's Baron Corbin to figure that out. I hope that's just like a work and not something he really did when he said that. That's because I would actually laugh at him for that. But anyway, for those of you not familiar, he claimed he bought Bitcoin at 62,000. Right now, as of the time I checked it this morning, it was at 40, and it dropped far lower than that. So understand, it's been kind of ticking back up lately. So maybe a sign of things to come. Don't know, but I'm still holding mine. Not buying anymore, but I'm still holding mine. Anyway, that profound strength has to grow slowly. That's the kind of strength that people look at and go, how does that person do it? I don't understand. It's because they have profound strength. They have suffered heartbreak. They have suffered really deep betrayal. They have suffered all kinds of shenanigans. They have been broken down, cracked open, and now, you know, they're that emotional and mental Hulk that can just take anything and not be bothered by it, seemingly. But with Kanaz, your way is lit. I mean, you do have a path that you can take, and having that path is just about everything in this world. But we're ending on Uruz, which is this personal power that you have to build ethically. You do have to endure, you have to be resilient, and your will can change your fate. It can forge a path where there is none. So, you know, and even in the physical, if you're not feeling all that great right now, now is a great time to take care of yourself. Like, seriously. I know with, I'm going to sum up here. Those things that are breaking your heart can also negatively affect your health. I mean, that's kind of a given, really. I mean, you've heard the term, you've heard people say, well, since this happened, I can't eat and I can't sleep. You know, it'll affect you. And then you just, I just can't deal with it today. Shutting yourself away from the world. Meanwhile, life goes on. And keep that in mind, because whenever life goes on, you start missing certain things. And then when you realize what you've missed, it hurts even more, doesn't it? So that's why the oracles here are saying it's time to really take care of yourself. That's why these are saying it's time to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and realize that even though you're still reeling from this, whatever this is, that shock and that trauma, maybe you realize there's something wrong. There is something definitely wrong. You can't get out of that headspace. Don't let it rule you, okay? Because I'm seeing this is the warning. This is the solution. So there's a lot more solution than warning. There's a message of hope right in here. You do have the power to overcome it. Don't worry about the system failing. Don't worry about it glitching on you. Just take your opportunities right here, today, in this present, to build your future so that you can build something for you far better than the illusion that was presented to you and has been, lorded over you all these years. Remember that the only ones that are completely twisted sideways about the illusion failing are the ones who have something invested in it. I don't think you do. In fact, I think you are looking at it and seeing it for what it is. And yeah, that's unsettling. It's disturbing to know that you've been lied to by the very people you trusted. It's okay to forgive them, but you never deal with those people again, because yes, you forgive them, you're just not stupid enough to ever trust them again. But remember, you do have opportunities that are popping up here today, and the most important thing is to say yes to them. Let that personal power build. We've been getting that message a lot in past readings. That's a part of the past you should dwell on. Let it build. Let it keep building. You're going to be fine. Build it ethically. That's key. So don't be disadvantaging someone else to lift yourself up. Lift others up with you as you go. Those that don't want to be on board, cut them. You're not on board? Okay, fine. You go do your thing. That's how this works. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it does you a lot of good today, especially on this rather gloomy day. It was time for a little bit of bad news, I think, wasn't it? It can't always be sunshine and rainbows. But just know one thing. The universe loves you. I love you. I think you can do it. I think you could do very well for yourself, and I think you should. You deserve it. So do well for yourself. Do well to yourself. Do well by yourself. And as always, shine on.